Exvixian, thank you for 77 months. Very much appreciated. Nice streak. Well struck. IPA, thank you for 93 months.
Oh.
Lame, thank you for 90 months. So, hypothetically, I'll complete these 3 games tonight, maybe. They're all supposed to be like a half an hour long, but we factor in co-time. So if you want to make any schedule changes, now would be the time, because we'll be locking in. I guess that's a no. I had another game idea today. I gotta stop having those. Yeah. It wouldn't be, I don't think, a stream one. But maybe. But the concept being akin to those games that I like, where you're basically, the game is, you're doing a job. A weird job. So what I imagined was, it would be called Fact Checker. And you're presented with things that you have to examine and determine the factuality of. But there are consequences depending on what you decide, and you have to do. You're provided with like research stuff and so on and so forth. So it's all like self-contained, of course. But I had a few ideas of it being like a horror game. So yeah, kind of Home Safety Hotline. A little bit of inspiration there. Some inspiration from Dead Letter Department as well. Because I was thinking what would be kind of interesting would be to have a lot of parallel storylines. And that depending on your choices and the particular sort of like direction your choices lean towards, the world sort of deforms around you. So you're fact-checking, but it's warping reality. But I will say, the more I thought about the idea, the more I was struggling with it along the lines of that, you know, that problem where like You can't make a war movie that doesn't make war look cool. I feel like it has a little bit of a problem of like you can't make like a media critical piece of media that doesn't somehow look conservative. Well, hopefully, maybe that's not the case. Yeah, I don't know that I totally agree with that. The whole thing of like you can't make a war movie that doesn't make war look cool. But like, I think what they're really saying is that no matter what, there are going to be, no matter how grim it is, no matter how much it's saying like war is bad, like duh, right? There's inevitably people out there who that's the way that their brain works. Just you can't penetrate that. Like they're gonna consume that movie and be like, hell yeah, I want to be shivering, covered in mud and starving with a gun, you know, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like you just sort of can't win. Yeah, I think is all it's really driving at. You can't like change the world per se with those sorts of things. I think that like obviously for people with media literacy and people who are well adjusted or whatever, it doesn't have that effect. You can appreciate it as a sort of a piece about history or whatever, but there's always going to be people. The Orwell games? Yeah, there is that, Matanks. That's the trade-off. If you want to use real military equipment stuff, or basically have assistance from the military in making a film, it has to be... Basically, they won't sign off on it if it's not essentially complimentary of them. But you don't have to... I mean, you can do media about the military without their involvement, so... At least for the near term. That'll probably be gone soon. Dave. One Piece update, Dave. I am betwixt the Alabasta arc and whatever comes next. So I'm in the, like, filler... The episodes that I'm in are, like, kind of character fleshing out episodes. Seems like everybody gets an episode, is what's going on. I will say I did lose a little steam, but I'm not quitting. If anything, I do need the I need to come down from the Alabasta arc. My accountability buddy. Perfect. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Yep. Just like the Johnsons. So wholesome. I do want to I want to find out what the hell is up with the characters that I see in the, like... the media player pulls, like, backgrounds from the internet related to shows and stuff, and the characters that I'm seeing when I go to watch One Piece are like, fuck, who are these people? This looks like a totally different show. Why is there a giant skeleton? What is this? Who is this? There's people bigger than that. Everybody's huge. What's going on? So I'm very excited to find out about all that 6 or 7 years from now when I finally get caught up. Yes, One Piece is indeed the Pyro. And it's surprisingly easier to get into than I expected. I was afraid that, like, it's huge. And, you know, like, there's over 1,000 episodes of the anime, which is what I have embarked on. But it hooked me very rapidly. Almost immediately, really. And I've been enjoying it. It was the vibe that I needed. Oof, you gotta love the late game when you get all of the heavy hitters. You get those vinyls going, and the big Kono, and he walks into the big crowd, and you just hear all the... It's very satisfying. Wow. Ripperino. I'm surprised. I thought you were on the path to victory. And I didn't even say that before you died. I didn't kill you this time. Who are you? How do people know you? Who are you really? All right. Let us find out. Who are the children of clay? Ooh, wow, we got the making of. Great, looks good. All set. Time is 5:40 past 11. I have received another artifact from my old friend, Professor Ortve. He writes again about how he misses working with me out in the field, and his remorse about the accident. I immediately felt a chill down my spine, and was once again back in the cave, trapped and hopeless. I compose myself. I need to focus on my work. Time to start the examination. Name, artifact, number 297. Site, Kurgan Burial Mound, 7B, Earl Mountains. Material, clay. Age, unknown. Function, unknown. This feature resembles a human face. I don't know why I can do this, but I can. Oh. Looks like a metal object. embedded in the artifact. It doesn't seem like it is possible to extract it. Maybe I can find out what kind of metal it is. It looks like some sort of etching. I should use the magnifier to look closer. Oops. They seem to be some sort of runes, but I don't recognize the type. Maybe I can find something in my books. Search for runes. An example of rune and runiform writings. The letter U written using different runes. 1. Orkan runes. 2. Rovas runes. 3. Futhark runes. Okay, so we have Rovas runes, perhaps. The face. Fly. Why was there a fly? The compass is detecting a magnetic field. I could not find anything relevant.
Huge bug.
Ifa, thank you for the biddies. Curious. This feature resembles a tail. The earliest archaeological support of smelting hot metallurgy is dated to around 6000 to 5000 BC. The most common metals found on archaeology sites are iron, copper, lead, tin, zinc, and their alloys. Because iron is magnetic, it can be easily distinguished from the rest. Iron. The earliest known ironwork is dated from 3500 BC and made from meteoric iron. There are two main types of ironwork: wrought iron, or cold iron, and cast iron. Shade the Snake, thank you for 104 months. Cold iron has a long and varied tradition in the mythology and folklore of the world. So it's likely iron. How does that help us? Rovus runes. The Rovus script, or Old Hungarian runes, is a writing system used for writing the Hungarian language. After the establishment of the Christian Hungarian kingdom, the old writing system was partly forced out of use, and the Latin alphabet was adopted. However, among some professions, the script has remained in use. For example, shepherds used it to track the number of animals. Old Hungarian letters were usually written from right to left. So it's U R D Erd U N G Erd Ung You're dung. You're shit. Yeah. Eat my butt. Terranix, thank you for the biddies. Erdung is a shape-shifting, demonic creature from early Hungarian paganism. In pre-Christian beliefs, it ruled the lower world and helped God in creating the earth. After Christianization, it was identified with the devil. One of the oldest Erdung myths is recorded on the Ugra tablet, found in the Ural Mountains. 1. Illustration of the devil from the Codex Gigas, 13th century. What's the other one? Ugra. Aha. Found in the Ural Mountains, the Ugra tablet depicts the legend of a star that fell to earth, and out of the star the 7 children of Erdung crawled out. According to the legends, the children caused misfortune, sickness, and death to mankind. But a brave Taltosh used his cunning to lure and trap the creatures. Out of the 7 children, only 6 are depicted on the tablet. This could be because of damage, but one hypothesis states that this is evidence for the 7th children being the folk creature Mamush. Mamush. The mamush is an invisible creature that scares children in a Hungarian folklore. It is most often associated with darkness, but there is no description of its shape, even in the beliefs of other peoples. According to some assumptions, there is no description of its shape anywhere, because for everyone it is the embodiment of their own fears. Huh. Interesting. This feels like a dead end, though. I don't know what to search next. Oh. No need. Interesting. Some sort of dark liquid is flowing out of the holes. Is that interesting? The flame is extinguished when in close proximity to the dark liquid. Whisper Dan, thank you for whisper danning. Ah. Looks like the dark liquid loosened the metal object. Oops. What on earth? I should pick up the candle and investigate. Well, huh? Uh-huh. Ah. Was that always there? A Vinca statue, 6,000 years old. The Shigar idol, 12,000 years old. Dark stains lead away from the sculpture to the left. A collection of Neolithic artifacts. That's probably something new. Anonymous, thank you for the 3 months gift sub to Dynamation. Am I supposed to be hearing this on my right side? Anonymous, thank you for the 3 months gift sub to Winge. The dark stains lead to the right. A stone statue from... What is that noise? I stumble in the darkness, trying to find my way towards the door and away from that wretched thing. I reach out with my hand to find something. There's a wall here. Oh, fuck, folks. Oh, fuck, folks. There is nothing in front of me. The air feels colder here. There is a wall here, and I feel some sort of moss growing on it. There's nothing in front of me. There's nothing in front of me. There's a wall in front of me. There's a wall here. There's a wall here. Is this not where I came from? Gosh, even in the game where you can't see, the walls change behind you when you're not looking. There's a wall here. There's a wall in front of me. Am I losing my mind? There's a wall here. There's a wall here. There's a wall. No. This can't be happening. I remember the matches I keep in my pocket. There is just a single one left. It takes a few seconds before I dare to light it. Oh, it's fine. This is fine. Oh, match is really going down. Oh no. Excerpt from the newspaper article titled "The Children of Clay." Just a few months after the disappearance of the esteemed archaeologist and the incident involving a broken artifact, the team working on the remote site in the Urals made an astonishing discovery. A previously unknown underground chamber containing a dozen similar small clay figures has been discovered. They are already in contact with several universities across the globe to further study them. Amazing. That's cool. I really liked that. I wonder if I would have looked around faster, if that would have changed anything. Yeah, fantastic style. Nice and short. Just a short little story. Well executed. Oh, nice. This project was originally made for the Cosmic Horrors Jam 3 in 2024 with the idea of making a small game where the player inspects cursed objects. Due to the time limit, I decided to focus on just one object and try to make a whole short experience around it. For the lore behind the object, I have drawn from European and Hungarian folklore, which is a topic I have been interested in lately. And there are many inspiring works of art I could mention, for example, the works of Lovecraft, or the short horror games of Yames. First concept art. The first idea was to sculpt the artifact in 3D and then render it from different sides. But I quickly realized that I might as well just sculpt it with clay and take photos and just keep it all in 2D, which I am more familiar with. After some initial sketching, I settled on the idea of a little humanoid figure sitting or crouching, and then started working with air drying clay. I had to go through a few versions before I found the final one. Artifact sketches. The first sculpt. This one turned out to be too much like an embryo or some alien creature, and I wanted something that looks more like an actual old carving or sculpture of a deity. The second sculpt. I wanted to see if I could do something other than an actual face. I felt this one was interesting and had a more Lovecraftian style, but it still felt a bit too fantastical, too clearly not a real archaeological object. The final version. I realized that I wanted something that was not too scary, just a bit odd, something that felt real and would make the players ask, "What is this little thing?" When the sculpture was done, it was time to animate it. I placed it on top of a wooden cabinet, lit it with a lamp, and just used my phone to take photos of it. Between every photo, I rotated it a little bit. Because I imagined the visuals would be dark and grainy anyway, it was not necessary to have a professional studio with good cameras and lights. After that, I imported all the photos into TV Paint animation, where I had to manually erase the background on all frames. TV Paint is a 2D animation software for frame-by-frame animation, so it was not really made for editing photos, but time was short during the game jam, so I just went with what I knew. I also edited the contrast and the colors a bit. For the parts where the sculpture changes, I had to paint in those changes digitally. Then it was time to export all the different layers and import them into Unity. To work with sprite animations, I used the Power Sprite Animator plugin by Powerhoof. To make all the game logic, the Adventure Creator asset was used. It is a Unity asset that makes it possible to create a point-and-click game without the need to write any code. From a photo of the sculpture to screenshot. The backgrounds were made by bashing together photos and painting on them and applying some effects like grain. For the ending sequence, around 30 backgrounds had to be created. Awesome. Thank you for reading this short making of and supporting me. Hopefully it was interesting to see a bit about the process of using stop-motion animation in a game.
Oh.
It was. Thank you, Balaz. What the heck happened in chat suddenly? You see here. One of those spam bots. Yeah, this was a cool little game. I liked this a lot. Definitely feels like right in my wheelhouse kind of a game. right. Next, we have Vigil. Let us check out Vigil. Whoops. Nice, I like this already. Perfect, I guess. This is probably going to be too high. I'll whack it down there. Do not clip that. Do not clip that. Warning. This game contains disturbing and violent imagery, depictions of suicide, loud noises, and jump scares. Please proceed with caution. I don't think this is a Five Nights at Freddy's-like, no. But the character certainly looks Five Nights at Freddy's-ish, for sure. This game uses your webcam to detect when you blink. No webcam data is recorded or saved. We strongly recommend playing the game with this feature enabled. I didn't know this was the case, and I have to tell you, I don't have a webcam hooked up here. I could have a webcam hooked up here. How do you manage that? What do you mean? Okay, I'm back. All right. What? I don't understand what you're talking about, Food. I do not have a camera hooked up to my gaming PC. All of my everything is connected to the stream PC. But fortunately, I have a bin of webcams. I'm sure this will go really good and not be a problem at all. Let's see. I have a good old Logitech C920. Probably our best bet here. It is a C920 bin for the most part. Of these webcams, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are C920s. And there's a couple others as well. Okay, now I'm probably gonna have to restart the game for it to detect this, I would assume. And gotta run the USB over. Actually, oops, I can unplug the mic I was using for Repo and Nuclear Nightmare. Oh my god. All right. Sorry, I had the multi-dimensional USB plug-in problem. Do I have to restart the game? Or will it be able to see the webcam? Well, you got your webcam. Is this what you wanted? Please make sure your face is visible and well lit. Don't have that going. I don't have that going for us. But I can... Oh, God. Right. I changed my router, and so my light doesn't work, which is a great design. Try to... Holy God. Is it going to turn on? Ah, this might be too well lit. I don't think this is going to work very well. This is very bright. The glasses will mess it up anyway. Probably, yeah. Maybe there's an alternative. Hold on. Well, actually, if I just turn it... Hold on. There we go. Bounce it off the wall. And then maybe this as well. Another different light. There, that's looking normal. This looks almost normal. Now you can see my depressed visage. Oh wow, this may take a while. After pressing begin, blink a few times towards the screen. Try to blink normally and not exaggerate. Oh my God. What the fuck? Blink to fill the boxes. The right amount. What the fuck? What the fuck? Close your eyes to begin? How do I know when to open them? What the hell, dude? Okay, this is cool. I'm glad that we're doing this. Are my eyes closed right now? What the fuck? This is so weird, man. This is so weird. I did not blink there. Probably my glasses messing it up. Press E to open door. Okay.
Vigil Incorporated, where your vision is our mission. You will be working in disposal. You must collect waste from the depot and bring it to the incinerator in Section A. Remember, repeat this task until told otherwise. You may leave for the day once you have completed all of your tasks.
I'm feeling so self-conscious about my blinking now. Okay. Let me go get my boxes. Oh. Okay. Oh, I see. What? Come on. Nice. There is a little latency, so I am seeing the blinks myself, yeah. Wait, I'm gonna get in trouble. I guess it's in there. Okay. I'm amazed at the accuracy. The only... The only times that it's fucked up is when I glance over at chat. If you see him, do not blink, do not look away. He is fast. 155. Okay. Got it. I fixed the incinerator again. They say it's my job, but no one else ever comes down here. I haven't seen another face in days. Or was it weeks? My hands still work. That's what matters. 124. Okay. And what was that? Oh. Oh.
Employee number 157. There's a special delivery that you must dispose of in the nest.
The nest. Okay.
The nest can be found in Section B. Unexpected movement has been detected in Section B, so be careful.
Special delivery. Go to the nest in Section B and incinerate the box you find there. Ah. The nest. Good. What the
Free
fuck?
us, Lord, through your glorious coming.
Oh.
Anonymous, thank you for the 3 months gift sub to Murby. Hey, Lindley, thank you for those biddies. Whoops. My eyes are getting dry. Okay. Uh. Great. What? Okay. Sure. It's all fine. Everything's fine. Great.
Employee number 157, please continue disposing of waste from the depot.
Sure. That's my whole thing. Do we need the violins? Can we turn off the violins? Ah, hell. I can't believe this game can tell when your eyes are closed. That's so nutty.
Apologies about the lights. Employee number 157, please make your way to the generator in section C. Remember to stay vigil.
Oh boy. Right. Whoa! Well, I think I needed to look at him. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh god, I gotta keep my eyes open. Oh no. Oh god. Oh, my eyes don't feel good. Already my eyes don't feel great. This definitely does feel like a Five Nights at Freddy's reject. Oh god. My back's against the wall, I think. Uh-huh. Okay. Great. I feel like I've been having to do a lot of this lately. Okay, he's back to just regular walking. Break room. Hi. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh, boy. This is a crazy mechanic. Did a door... The sound was on my right side, but it was the door on my left. Oh, is the break room safe? Oh no. 142. I see. Oh, my eyes. Ugh. Oh, God. Oh. Get some juice on the eyes. Juice them up. I watched one of them die. Same face as me. Same hands. He begged me. I didn't open the door. Oh. Fuck. Oh, they have their bathroom bucket? Okay. How am I gonna find the gosh damn generator? Oh, good. Okay, right. Whoops. Okay. How big is this place? Oh, good. Shit. Generator. Hi. Why do I keep playing games where I have to walk around backwards? My eyes are losing wetness. Oh no. Oh yes? Oh god. Oh. Oh god. Ah. It feels like I have been here before. There's something I can't seem to remember. I need to find out the truth about this place. What I was doing before getting out of that elevator. 155. I'm sorry about the blinking. I feel so self-conscious about it. But my eyes are like pissed already. Generator. Generator. God damn it. He's gonna be right in my way, huh? Hey. Okay, I'm glad he doesn't go straight down the middle, so that I can at least... Oh my god, his stupid... I fucking blinked! Oh, thank god this was a checkpoint. Oh my god, thank goodness. Oh. Brown Fairy, thank you for 2 years. What the fuck is this? Oh my god, the generator. The generator arrows, man, they just keep going. Labor model VL4R. Petrol multicore. Insane. Wow. Awesome. Unified Systems Bioreplication Division, Facility 17, Depth Classification Level 9. Excuse me. Access level internal, handler only, timestamp redacted. Clone performance audit cycle 42. ID status, task compliance, observation notes. I don't think this was formatted the way maybe it was supposed to come out as, because it's unhinged. This feels like it's rendering wrong. I'm gonna do that. Oh, my eyes, dude. Shit. Fuck, shit. Okay, I don't know what I expected. What's that sound? Iffa. That sound was Iffa. Thank you for the biddies. Huh. Would have been scary if he moved from there when I blinked, but he hasn't done that. Dude. Oh my god, is it? Finally? Really? That's not good. Getting my blinks in. All my reps. Oh. Okay. Oh, am I... Wow. Wait. But I blinked. My eyes were at least all the way over exactly where it looked like they were.
Hello, employee number 158.
Cool. Very cool concept. Unexpectedly worth hooking up the webcam, honestly. Very cool. I liked that. Honestly, they could have had more. They could have done more with this. I felt like it was well done. There's probably a lot more to this, because I didn't really explore. Yeah, the eye strain probably would get to me after a bit. What if you go back in and just never open your eyes? Never once. Just the fact that I was having to like think about it and concern myself with it was making me over focus on my eyes. And I think it made me feel like my eyes needed blinking more often. Yeah, I was thinking that they could do stuff with like where you're looking as well, because I feel like they got pretty good with those sorts of detection as well, didn't they? Yep. All right. Well, next up, we have the deed. Ah, good. Did that? I didn't. Let's try this again. Can I alt enter this? Aha. Pilgrim Adventures. Sure, let's play the intro. F1, game options. F12, resets game. Alt plus enter full screen. Escape, access, menu, and inventory. Scotland, November, 1945. My name is Aaron Bruce, son of Malcolm Bruce, and rightful heir to the Dunshiel house. I have recently discovered that my tyrant of a father intends to disinherit me in favor of my deranged younger sister. My relationship with my family is strained, to say the least. I have decided that the time has come for my sister to be removed from this ghastly equation. I intend to put her out of her misery. Unfortunately, my sister never leaves the confines of Dunshiel House, which makes the matter more complicated. I have not visited the family home in quite some time. I can't bear to be in that hellhole for long. However, my presence on the night of my father's 15th birthday will cause... Or, sorry, 50th. I blew through that. My father's 15th birthday. My father's 50th birthday will cause no suspicion. Yeah, I assume this is just a monologue that he's giving to nobody in what is, I guess, a train car? Look. I just misread it. What can I say? I must choose the timing and method of the deed very carefully. Oh no, Payne, I'm sorry. His dad's 15! Tonight is the night. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. must put down my deranged sister and my teenage father. Bloody hell, George. Who has been responsible for maintaining the gardens? Used to be Big Jack Willis, sir. He's been dead for almost a year now. I do a little here and there. Can't do much on account of my bad back, though. My sister hasn't offered to help you then. Miss Jennifer isn't really the outdoor type, sir. I know, George. It was a joke. Very funny, sir. Let's go inside before the ocean comes to Dunshield. Homecoming. Converse with your relatives and search the house for useful objects. Objects are divided into 2 categories: items of evidence and weapons. You will only be allowed to pick up 2 objects from around the house before dinner commences, so choose wisely. After dinner, you will have the chance to plant an item of evidence if you wish, and then commit the murder. There are many ways to do the deed, but only the cunning will succeed. Good evening, Mr. Aaron. May I take your coat? Jesus Christ. Of course. Yes, take this blasted wet thing off me. You're new, aren't you? Who would say that? Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's supposed to be like a hero. Definitely not getting hero vibes off of our guy here. Sophia is my name. I recognize you from your pictures, Mr. Aaron. I'm not new exactly. I've been employed by your family for almost a year. It's just that you have never visited before. Just what are you trying to say? Whether or not I visit my family is my own business. I would expect better manners from a servant. Oh, I am sorry if I offended you, Mr. Aaron. It was not my intention, I promise. You are here now, and I'm sure you are eager to meet with the others. Your father is in the library, on your left, and your mother is in the parlor, which is on your right. Your sister is upstairs in her room, I think. Jesus Christ. I know my way around my own damn house. I have spent years of my life living in this house, you foolish girl. I know where the parlor is. Oh, of course, sir. Forgive me. I wasn't thinking. I will be in the kitchen preparing dinner. I'll sound the bell when dinner is served. All right. To the parlor where my mother is. You don't need to make any phone calls right now. There's nothing especially notable about this fireplace. So, Aaron, you finally managed to make it up here for a visit. Please tell me you aren't just here to cause trouble. Whatever do you mean? I have no idea what you mean, Mother. I am here to celebrate Father's birthday, is all. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Mom here. She looks younger than him? I guess they are teenaged. I certainly hope that is the case. This family has been through enough. Have you been up to see your sister yet? She has been going through an unusually difficult time recently. Christ, what's wrong with her this time? Oh, and what disease has she invented for herself now? She only does it for attention, you know. You shouldn't let her deceive you. You'll excuse me if I choose to trust the doctors over your expert opinion, Aaron. You could at least pretend as though you care about her. Anyway, You should go and talk to your father if you haven't already. Wish him a happy birthday. Oh, did I change the game on Twitch? Excuse me, sorry. I didn't! Thank you, Paint. This is gonna make the game freak out. Not dog. There are more the deed, yeah. I figured we'd do this one and see how we feel. Anyway, you should go and talk to your father if you haven't already. Wish him a happy birthday. He's gonna be 16. Oh, and at least try to sound like you mean it. The most beloved of all of your mother's possessions, her rusty old gramophone, used to play all of her favorite records. You glance over your shoulder to make sure your mother isn't looking. The red book on the desk says diary on the front. Okay, well, I can only take 2 items, so we should assess what items there are before I take anything, I think. I'm gonna die. It's just too perfect after just playing her favorite records. Ding, 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 ding. You recall this old grandfather clock very well from your childhood. You used to believe that if it ever stopped ticking, time itself might stop moving. I love how fucking 1997 this game is. This is so great. This portrait of one of your ancestors dates from the 15th century, if you recall your father's lessons correctly. Your mother has always kept the house populated with a great many plants. Even now, the familiar musty smell of your father's library fills you with dread as you step inside. You have too many bad memories of this room. These shelves are labeled Arts and Culture. It's all manga. These shelves are labeled British History. It's all manga. This is a hefty tome of Bruce family history. You feel sleepy just looking at it. Your father's best friend, a hunting dog named Beastie. The dog looks at you for a moment, then walks away when it realizes you have no food. The desk lamp provides a soft glow. When your father isn't looking, you quietly open the top drawer of the desk and take a look inside. It seems to be filled with his memorabilia. One of the items sends a shiver through your bones. The cruel leather taws your father used to beat you with when you were a child. Perhaps if you planted it in the right place, it might raise questions. We'll keep that in mind. This is a hefty tome. Oh, I already read that fucking shit. Hello, father. Your father remains silent for several moments, and a chill seems to pass through the library. When he finally speaks, it is in a quiet and bitter tone. You told me you'd never enter this house again, boy. Why are you here? To see you, of course, Father. Happy 15th. It's obvious why I'm here. I want to put all that unpleasantness behind us. Wish you a happy 15th birthday. Happy? You honestly think this is a happy day for me? Another day when I can watch my life's work crumble into nothing. Another day to see our bloodline slit its own throat. You know how to make me happy. Move back to Dunshield. Take your proper place and do your damn duty. Jesus. If I were to move back to Dunshield, I would have certain expectations. Oh, and what expectations would those be? Firstly, I refuse to suffer your daily insults. You will need to learn to be more decent towards me. Secondly, I want my sister put into care where she belongs. I cannot live with her insanity for another day. You would like that, wouldn't you? You obnoxious little shit. Selling out your own blood. Those are my terms. Well, you know what you can do with your terms. The nerve of you. You're the same snot-nosed brat you always were, boy. Obviously, I couldn't give you enough discipline as a child. Perhaps you're the one who needs some discipline. You should watch your words, old man. I'm not as helpless as I used to be. Maybe not on the outside. On the inside, you're every bit as small and weak as always. Don't think for a moment that you could stand against me. You're not man enough, and you never will be. You'd better leave this room before I decide to revisit the past. Get out of here. I'm not owned. Alright, let's take a gander around. This old stone fireplace has nothing to interest you. One of your mother's prized golden candlesticks sits at the center of the table. It would certainly make for an elegant, traditional murder weapon. The wooden side table is currently empty. Walking into the pantry, you begin to salivate at the promising scent of roast beef coming from the kitchen beyond. You find nothing interesting in the drawers. On top of the cabinet, however, you see a blue box marked rat poison. Noted. You find nothing of particular interest among the items in this cabinet of the pantry. There's nothing notable about this barrel. You have no reason to interfere with the saucepans and crockery. It seems the maid has left a sharp kitchen knife unattended. How foolish of her. You don't think you will be needing any bread. There's nothing especially notable about this fireplace. There's nothing notable about this barrel. There's nothing notable about this barrel. Please don't touch that. Oh, hello, Mr. Aaron. Is there something I can do for you? Ay, ay, ay. I want to ask you something about your time here. Actually, I wanted to ask you something about working for my family. Oh? Ah. I am concerned that my father's bad temper doesn't seem to have improved much over the years. Does he give you much abuse?
I wouldn't call it abuse, Mr. Aaron. He can certainly be a very demanding employer, but there's nothing wrong with that. I'm very grateful to have this position. I'm sorry, I must get back to work now. I will ring the bell when dinner is ready. Oh, I only get to ask one question. The maid gives you an exasperated glance as she moves some pots and pans around. She is obviously too busy for any more idle chatter. Fine. Fine. Slamming every door. An assortment of family records and heirlooms are contained within this ornate glass cabinet. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, we're having a memory. I don't know. Of course you do. Use that head for once, boy. Great Uncle Thomas? Ah. What initials do you see on that silverware? CB. And what kind of halfwit spells Thomas with a C? I don't know. Well, I do. It's the kind of halfwit that's standing next to me. Now, which of your ancestors owned that silver chalice? If you get this one wrong, there will be serious consequences, boy. I'll say one thing for my father. His style of parenting has always been consistent. There is nothing on this old lectern. You manage to force open the locked drawer of the writing desk. Inside, you find pages of poetry, penned in your sister's handwriting. They seem to be love letters penned to an unidentified female. From the descriptions, you would guess it's the new maid. Interesting. You decide that now is not the time for lounging around. There is work to be done. None of these books interest you. This is the groundskeeper's cupboard. George seems to have left it open. Among the various household tools, you spot a thick length of rope. Strangulation is certainly a tried and tested method of murder. This dusty old wine cellar is where your father likes to practice billiards. The laundry room is next door, and beyond that, the servants' quarters. A billiards cue belonging to your father lies across the table. This could certainly serve as an unorthodox murder weapon. Your father always keeps an impressive amount of wine stocked in the house. No greater grief than to remember days of joy when misery is at hand. This antique map of Kansas City was a gift to your father from one of his distant cousins. An offshoot of the Bruce family set sail for the Americas almost 100 years ago, and remain there to this day. Two pairs of shoes, freshly polished. The maid has left a wooden broom leaning against the wall. Broken in two, it might be a useful weapon. You find nothing of interest among the maid's supplies. There's nothing in here but wet laundry. You find nothing in these drawers but useless cleaning supplies. A broken mirror sits upon the maid's desk. Odds are that it belongs to your sister, and the maid that has been hiding it here after accidentally breaking it. A shard of glass from the mirror would be a poetic murder weapon. There's nothing in these drawers but clothes belonging to the maid. The maid's bed is immaculately well made. This is certainly not the time for sitting around. There's nothing of interest on this desk. You can't go rummaging through George's drawers while he is watching you. You aren't in the habit of sleeping in the servants' quarters. Oh, hello, sir. What can I do for you? You seem quite distressed about something. I do? Well, I'm sure it's nothing you should trouble yourself, sir. Shouldn't you be helping in the kitchen? My main concern is that you're pacing around down here while you should be helping the maid in the kitchen. That's just it, sir. The new maid doesn't like me helping her with anything. She's very domineering. She won't even let me enter the kitchen while she's preparing meals. I have tried discussing the matter with your mother, but it's no use. She hasn't been herself lately either. But please don't trouble yourself about it, sir. I probably shouldn't have said anything at all. In what way is my mother not herself? Ever since your sister's condition has become worse, your mother has become rather cold and withdrawn. Your sister has gone through difficult spells before, but it has never affected your mother quite like this. There's a darkness that I've never seen in her before. I should say no more. Please excuse me, sir. George doesn't look like he's willing to communicate further. This ornate lamp is of no use to you. Another of your mother's blasted plants. A familiar portrait of your great-uncle, Thomas Bruce, who was a highly respected author. You look at your reflection in the mirror. Funny, you don't look much like a murderer. Oh! Oh! Mother says dinner is ready. Go away, little rat. Jennifer, what are you doing? Why do you stare at your reflection like that? Stop making fun of me. I'm not making fun. I really want to know. I just wish that... What, Jennifer? What do you wish? I wish you'd go drown in a lake. Mother is waiting for you. Yeah, hot dang, what the hell? My sister's obsession with mirrors goes right back to her childhood. I never did understand why. Your parents' room has not changed in years. It remains a frozen time capsule of a childhood you would sooner forget. You get down on all fours and peek underneath your parents' bed, but find nothing under there. I didn't know where that sentence was going, and fucking you get down on all fours set me reeling. You go through the wardrobe to find nothing apart from clothes and your mother's excessive collection of jewelry. Not to mention, just hearing all fours makes me think of that fucking Lemmy clip. Your da wanks on all fours. It is only once you slide the top drawer open that you remember this is where your father keeps his shotgun. The shiny barrel almost seems to call out to you. Guns are certainly noisy, but efficient weapons. It's just an old chair. Oh, no it isn't. No it isn't. No it isn't. I hang upside down from the bed to do it. George said you wanted to see me, Mother. Yes. Your sister will not be returning to St. Mary's this year, Aaron. Her condition has become too serious. I see. Have you nothing to say besides that, Aaron? No, nothing. This is precisely why I wanted to talk to you, what I wanted to talk to you about. This silly feud with your sister must stop. Why do you think her condition keeps getting worse? Perhaps it's because you refuse to even acknowledge her. She killed Henry. For heaven's sake, Aran. It was only a rat. He was my friend. I should never have allowed you to keep it in the first place. If you must blame someone, blame me. Will you forgive your sister? Never. Very well, Aran. You leave me no choice. I will have to speak to your father about this. He's right there. Oh no, that's us. This house always brings back far too many memories. That was us. We are Dad. Am I 15? You enter the surreal atmosphere of your sister's room. Mirrors of various sizes cover the walls, creating the eerie illusion of a crowded space. You step inside your former bedroom, now a simple guest room. Most of your old furniture has vanished. Probably thrown on a bonfire, knowing your father. There's at least one item of yours remaining in your former room. Your old fencing sword. At least this is a weapon with which you are very well practiced. You don't have time to sit around and dig up old memories. I mean, that's literally all you've been doing, bud. This wardrobe is vacant and barren. Jesus. Your bedside table has been emptied of whatever items you had left behind. You know, you wouldn't think that they... Yeah, I was going to say, you wouldn't think they would have a clock with cat ears, but here we are. The clock is ticking. The old bed. So many memories of long, sleepless nights spent wishing that your entire family would disappear. So many mirrors. So many mirrors, Ghibli. Too many mirrors, Ghibli. Ornate clocks are your sister's third love, right behind mirrors and cruelty. Rat killer. There is nothing of interest around your sister's bed. Your sister is too busy staring at herself in the mirror to notice you rifling through your wardrobe. Through her wardrobe. You find a pair of silky undergarments with her initials embroidered on the inside. Planted in the right place, these might weave a tale of their own. You don't want to sit around in this deranged place. Aha! I thought I smelled a rat. Have you come to see me, little rats? Hello, Jennifer. How have you been? How have I been? What an odd thing for a little rat to ask. Normally, they just say, squeak, squeak. You used to have a pet rat, didn't you? Remember what I did to him? Oh, how he squeaked. Such great pain for such a little creature. What did you want to talk to me about, little rat? I see you are still collecting mirrors. I just came to see how your mirror collection is getting on. How many do you have now? 73. Can you use all of them at once? Of course not. What a silly question. Are you making fun of my mirrors, little rat? You'd better not be. Go away. I don't want to speak to you any more. Your sister has gone back to studying her own reflection in the mirror, completely oblivious to anything else in the world. Well, so I didn't think that she was going to be a piece of shit, but obviously she is, so I don't even know. We have visited everything. We've seen all the weapons and all of the evidence. There wasn't very much. There was what? The diary. Was there an item of the maids that we could take and put somewhere to... Yeah, there's the underwear here. The rat poison. But that's a weapon, I guess. I'm trying to think through the evidence, of which it doesn't seem like there was much. Oh yes, there was the poetry. So his sister's poetry, his sister's undergarments. His mother's diary. That is exactly the point, Shapedrifter. We can take two things. I don't know if we can take two weapons. Maybe we can. Okay, well, what about the weapons? Did we have any strong feelings there? There's a sword. There's a shotgun. There's rat poison. There was rope. The mirror, yes, the mirror from the maid's quarters. Yeah, we like the mirror shard, it seems. Only 2 items. And the reason I haven't picked up anything at all is because we... Apparently, once you pick up 2 things, then dinner begins. And it all plays out. I'm with you guys on liking the mirror shard. I don't know if we can take 2 weapons or not, but since we seem committed to the mirror shard, I'll go grab that first, and then we'll see what we can do from there. I was really unsure that this was going to be good, but I quite like it. It goes to show that, like, if you just commit to your bit, even if it looks like this. Yeah, he really, the dialogue, I mean, at least it was avoidable, I guess I'll say. Are you sure you want to take the broken glass? Remember, you can only pick up 2 objects. Yes, I'm sure. You take the sharpest piece of broken glass and hide it on your person for later. Yeah, the poetry makes a lot of sense. I'm down. That is kind of what I was thinking, Pandora, because a lot of them are just like not great. But this is good. Are you sure you want to take the poem? Remember, you can only pick up 2 objects. So I'm sure. Can we appreciate Mom's music one more time? Unfortunately, I think now that I've picked up 2 items, the game is going to take over. So unfortunately, no pain. You take the most intimate and lovelorn poem you can find and hide it in your person. If planted in the right location, this could raise interesting questions about the maid's relationship with your sister. Again, a bell invites me. This time to dinner, it seems. Dinner is served. Sophia, could you come here a moment? Yes, ma'am? Pour me some more wine. Yes, ma'am. But, madam... Oh, what is it, George? I must protest. It has always been my duty to pour the wine at dinner. Oh, well, I don't want to cause any trouble. Nonsense. What does it matter, George? Stop being overly pedantic. But I... So many choices. So many choices. Good gravy. Are you going to let George get away with his disobedience, Mother? Of course not. You and I will have words after dinner, George. Yes, madam. Let your mother deal with it, would you? We don't need your interference. An interesting little rat, isn't he, Daddy? Yes, he is. Why can't you ever keep your mouth shut, boy? Careful, Father. There's no need to make a scene at dinner. I'll show you a scene. Get over here. Malcolm, please let's not permit this behavior to ruin dinner. Yes, I suppose you're right. You can count your lucky stars, boy. Sophia, could you come here, please? Yes, Miss Jennifer? I just want to say that was the loveliest meal I've ever tasted. I don't know how you do it, you cunning pixie. You are too kind, miss. Of course I will have tea and cakes for you in the drawing room, as usual, after dinner. Oh, you are so good to me, you sweet thing. So very, very good to me. Oh my god. No. No! I don't know. I just don't know. I won't have any, thank you. I couldn't eat another bite. Well, you weren't offered any, so there. Please, Jennifer, let's all try and be civil. Anyway, let's not forget why we are here today. To celebrate your father's 15th birthday. Such an important occasion for us all. You are so dear to us, Malcolm. Happy birthday, Daddy. Indeed. Happy birthday, Father. Let's hope it will be one to remember. Doing the deed. Hotcakes. Now it is the time to quickly plant any items of evidence you have. To do so, simply enter the desired room and select the item in your inventory. When you are ready, enter the drawing room to do the deed. Ah, right. Well. Come hither, thou sweet and flame-haired maiden. Let us play the games which have been forbidden. In dusty old rooms of this home in which I live, come hither to me and do my sweet bidding. You find yourself unable to continue reading this poem. You're pretty sure that forbidden isn't a word, and that the rest doesn't really rhyme. Do you want to plant this item of evidence in this room? Yes. You decide to conceal this item underneath the maid's pillow. That ought to be quite incriminating. Absolutely clapped my ear cheeks. Dave, thank you for the biddies. That is what this game is about. You nailed it in one.
I've often wandered down to dreamy Chinatown, the home of King Ali. It's fine, I must declare, but I am going where I can see the real thing. I'll soon be there in a bamboo chair, for I've got my fare from here to Shanghai. Just picture me sipping oolong tea, served by a Chinaman who speaks away up high. How come I'll eat my chop suey with a pair of wood.
I am listening to the lyrics and trying to determine how many levels of racist this is. The funny part was level 11, unfortunately. What did it tell me to do? It said, like, place the evidence and then go to the parlor, right? Is this not the parlor where Mother is? Oh, the drawing room it said to go to. Are you sure you want to enter the drawing room? Once inside, there is no turning back. You see Jennifer staring out at the window ahead of you, lost in one of her strange moods. She hasn't noticed you enter the drawing room. Now is the time. None of these books interest you. You decide that now is not the time for lounging around. There's work to be done. Choose the murder weapon. Oh, I could still use my bare hands. Your sister cries out in surprise as you grab her from behind, and you quickly muffle those cries with one hand before pressing the shard of broken glass against her throat. She struggles valiantly as you cut her throat open, but you manage to hold her in place until finally she goes limp.
You drop her lifeless body to the ground, along with the broken glass. It is time to leave this room before your deed is discovered. Oh, I have a countdown. You can't go that way. You hear the maid coming. Damn it, she's going to see me. Did you hear that, Mr. Aaron? Good evening, everyone. I'm Chief Inspector Winston Lewis. I understand that this is a difficult time for your family. You're damn right it is. I want to know what you're doing wasting time in here while my daughter's killer is still out there. Well, Mr. Bruce, we have found no evidence of forced entry, and nobody was seen entering or leaving the house. It would seem entirely possible, then, that the killer is in this room. What? No. That seems highly unlikely, Inspector. Perhaps it is. However, in order to follow protocol, I will have to interview each of you in turn. Mrs. Bruce, would you like to meet me in the library first? I suppose so. The interview. Thank you for joining me in here, Mr. Bruce. What? I thought we were talking to Mrs. Bruce. I'm sure this won't take long. Oh, I guess we cut to the chase, huh? Before we begin, I will need to search your person. Best to get these formalities out of the way. Is this really necessary? I'm afraid so. Turn around, please. Now that's out of the way, let's move on to the interview. As you know, I've already spoken to everyone else who was present in the house at the time of your sister's death. We have also now completed our initial search of the house, but we'll get to that later. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? First of all, we will run through all your activities since your arrival. The maid says that you and the butler arrived shortly after 7 o'clock, and she greeted you at the door. According to Sophia, you were very abrasive and lost your temper several times during your brief conversation with her. I expect high standards of the servants in this house, and she was failing to meet them. Of course I lost my temper. I see. Do you often lose your temper? That is a leading question. Yes, it was. Let's move on, shall we? Later, you went to speak with the maid again, which is curious. Why did you decide to visit the kitchen? Oh, God. I was hungry and wanted to know when dinner would be served. That makes sense. I understand the two of you spoke about your father and his temper. I thought he might be making her life difficult. As it turns out, I was completely wrong. I see. Later on, you had a conversation with your mother, Gloria, in the parlor. That's not true. At that time, your mother brought up the subject of your sister's health, and you seemed quite unconcerned about it. Of course I was concerned. My mother didn't seem to care much about her condition, though. I'm afraid I find that quite hard to believe. You went to see your father in the library. I understand your conversation became quite heated. My father has a very short fuse. Many of our conversations go that way. Would you say he has a violent temper? Absolutely. I see. That's good to know. You discussed the prospect of your moving back to Dunshield. You said you would only move back if your sister was placed into psychiatric care. I had her own best interests at heart. She belonged in care. You may be right, Mr. Bruce. However, you seem to be the only one who felt that way. Your father also told me that you threatened him with physical violence during your conversation. He threatened to beat me, so I threatened him back. Are you in the habit of threatening old men, Mr. Bruce? My father can handle himself, trust me. I see. Let's discuss your conversation with the butler. You spoke about your mother's recent moods, yes? Yes. My mother was having a very hard time dealing with my sister's condition, apparently. It sounded like she had been pushed to breaking point. Interesting. Did you speak to your sister before dinner? Yes, I did. I went to her room to see her. I see. And what did you discuss with her? Nothing of consequence. We spoke about the terrible weather and how long it had been since we last saw one another. Okay then. Let's move on to the events that took place during dinner. There was some trouble involving the butler, I gather. Apparently, you were offended by his behavior. I don't know how my family puts up with it. Servants should learn to keep their mouths shut and do as they're told. That seems rather unfeeling. I will not apologize for having high expectations. I gather that your father lost his temper at one point. That was nothing out of the ordinary. Your father often loses his temper at dinner. My father loses his temper no matter where he is. I see. Now I need to ascertain your location at the time of your sister's death. Where were you when you heard the maid scream? I was in the dining room. Yes, the maid mentioned seeing you there. That does put you quite close to the scene of the murder, I'm afraid. As I said earlier, we have completed our initial search of the property. We found a poem written by your sister, which appears to clearly express romantic feelings towards the maid. Given that we found it in the maid's room, we can be sure that she had read it. Perhaps it is proof that the two of them were involved in a secret relationship. That would make her a suspect. I will certainly have more questions for her, at least. I'm curious about the murder weapon. The broken glass seems to have come from one of your sister's mirrors. We found the rest of it in the maid's room. We have established that you have been to the servants' quarters this evening. However, we can't rule out suicide, especially given your sister's mental condition and obsession with mirrors. It is all very interesting. I will be completely honest with you now, Mr. Bruce. Frankly, your behavior leading up to your sister's death concerns me a great deal. Also, I must regard your father as a suspect, even though the evidence is far from conclusive. I also think the evidence surrounding the maid might be worth another look. Despite any question marks about your mother, I don't think for a moment that she did this. Now, as for what happens next, I am placing you under arrest on suspicion of the murder of your sister. Although I think I will have some more further questions for your father later. I think another interview with the maid will be required also. As the only person to be arrested, you remained the prime suspect in the case. The evidence against you was overwhelming. At the trial, it did not take very long for the jury to return a guilty verdict. You were given a life sentence for the murder of your sister, and would be spending the rest of your life sleeping behind bars. In your dank little cell, there was nowhere to hide or to escape from the nightmares when they came. The deed itself had taken possession of your soul, and perhaps this was her final revenge. That's definitely the good ending. Amazing. It was pretty good. I liked that. Man. That's a game that definitely could use a few replays. We could probably blast through another right now. Skip the intro. Let's make him extra awful. You see, we'll play it off as he was pursuing the maid the whole time. And that's the only thing he was interested in. I'm going to give my voice a rest, too. I'm not going to do all the voices again. All right. So we've established him as a creeper. Now, how do we deal with father? We'll just be nice to daddy. Happy birthday. Let's go with this one. Okay. Okay. I don't think we did anything wrong in that conversation, right? Dad's a dick. That's a conversation we can stand behind. Oh god, here goes the song again. Let's be nice to mom.
I've often wandered down to dreamy Chinatown.
Oh, okay. We didn't experience that last time. Yeah, we got frame pops. Oh my gosh. I am here to make amends, mother.
By a Chinaman who speaks away up high.
should be all right.
with a pair of wooden sticks, and I'll have a hop, sing, lead, doing all his magic tricks. To my feet, to the eye, he can take it out to the eye, take time.
Okay. Yeah, I already talked to him.
I'll get my name.
And then trying to limit our suspicious actions here. But I think we can make it look like Daddy did it, right? Let's get his shotgun. Oh. Okay, so we can't take the shotgun. Unless we go get our coat, but I don't think we can get our coat. Let's talk to our sister. Oh God, M. Horrifying. Is that what you want? All right. I think I was nice to her when I was here, wasn't I? And she was just mean the whole time. I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm not a rat, I'm your brother. There's no need to call me a rat. You know my name. Yes, I remember now. Your name is Rat. Ratty Rat Rat. You used to have a pet rat, didn't you? Blah, blah, blah. Mother seems very worried about you. My condition? What condition? I don't have a condition. You want to have me sent away, don't you? Well, it won't work. It won't, I tell you. Go away. I don't want to speak to you anymore. Okay. So, we got her britches. Now, we don't seem to be able to take the shotgun. So I don't know that we'll be able to frame father. Although, what about the, whatever it was called? Truce? Toss? House? House? I don't know what that fucking is. But it's, this. We could use this to frame him, I suppose. Right? I suppose it's like a switch. Like, psh. So, no, not like that. Not like that. We don't say it like that. Did I say it like that? Shit. I might have said it like that. Is this what we want to take? Wait a minute. We don't have a murder weapon. This is evidence. Shit. Oh, I guess we'd have to do it with bare hands. 2 pieces of evidence, though, that we could scatter about. Huh. So how would we distribute the evidence? I don't know that I don't know, BFA. Because we did that with the maid, and then we ended up in infinite jail.
The only dad weapon available is the shotgun, unfortunately. And we can't take it. Is that is that all they taught you in school, Dave? On day one, no evidence, no crime, and then on day fucking 50,000, I don't know how long law school is. No evidence, no crime. And the difference is you're wearing sunglasses for the last one. Just over and over again. Yes, well, I have that in mind, Pandora, and I'm thinking, like, basically you want to do things such that you can answer honestly and don't incriminate yourself. I'm just trying to think of how we would place this. I guess we could put this in Sister's room and then put her undergarments in this room. Perhaps. I guess we'll try it. Okay, now we do dinner. Yeah. My understanding is that My Cousin Vinny is actually an acceptable alternative to law school. Yes, ma'am, pour me some wine. But madam, I am the wine pourer. My Cousin Vinny is just a great movie. Just very, very good. So now how should we behave here? I want to try to just not be a dickhead. Yeah, I'm thinking 3 as well, Em. I was afraid it was going to be more, you know, shitty like this. We really only had shitty options, right? Just let him pour the damn wine, would you? It's his job. You stay out of it, boy. Your mother wants a girl to pour the damn wine, then the girl will pour the damn wine. That's the voice I should have done. You're right. I'm sorry. I must have had too much wine myself. You'd better not let it happen again. It does seem like tying the daughter and the father together is the right move, given the way they behave. Ah, and then our opportunity to get back on the case has arrived. I guess I have to choose this now. And why haven't I been offered a serving of your sweet buns, Sophia? Oh, yeah. Very little consequences for that. Just like real life. Happy 15th birthday, and doing the deed. Quickly plant any items of evidence that you have, then do the deed. Okay. Now, I don't know. I do wonder if it's too on the nose to place the undergarments in here. Okay. I'm glad Father was sitting there to watch me do that, basically. We know Sister isn't here. Oh no! No! This is pointless now. Oh, I can't place two pieces of evidence. I didn't know. Now I'm gonna have that on my person. I'm gonna have that on my person for the interview. And there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. Nothing! There's nothing I can do.
You can't throw it away?
No. No, this is the mistake I've made.
Why can't you just put it down there? A little tiny.
I can't. Well, there's no way around it, folks. There's no turning back. You see Jennifer staring out the window ahead of you, lost in one of her strange moods. She hasn't noticed you enter the drawing room. Now is the time. Who needs weapons anyway? You can best her with your hands alone. You creep up behind her and suddenly lunge forward, putting your gloved hands firmly around her throat. She gasps and struggles, smashing into the chair and then the desk. Finally, you manage to find a good grip, and you continue to choke her from behind until she finally goes limp in your arms. You let her drop to the ground. That was a noisy struggle. You won't have much time to get out of the room before someone investigates.
I mean, everybody knows you don't use your hands, use your fork.
I had, like, no time to escape.
That was just a scream.
If thank you for the biddies. All right, here comes the inspector. I think I've blown it. I think I'm over, folks. Good evening, everyone. Blah, blah, blah. This is all the same. I'm no good at it. I'm no good at it, Beer. Not at all. Okay, so he's gonna search us, and he's gonna find the thing on us. Wait! Maybe this plays into our favor! Maybe this plays into our favor! I'm not sure you really want to hear the explanation, Inspector. You see, I have certain carnal urges that... Yes, Mr. Bruce, that's quite enough. There is no law against that type of deviance, I suppose. Yes. Now that's out of the way, let's move on to the interview. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Yes. The maid says that you made several lewd comments and advances towards her during your conversation.
Pummel my dick and balls until flattened.
Yeah. We're returning same for the biddies. This leads me to question your character, I'm afraid. Of course I did. Absolutely. Wouldn't you have done the same? She's a pretty little thing, after all. No, I can't say I would have. It's worth noting that the butler has also commented on your inappropriate behavior towards the maid. Later on, you had a conversation with your mother Gloria in the parlor. She told me that you were unusually cordial. Something about wanting to apologize and make amends. Yes, I wanted to clear the air between myself and my family. I see. Do you think it is slightly suspicious that you suddenly wanted to reconcile after all this time? No. Very well, then. Unlickable. What? She says you spoke briefly about your sister. Apparently you seemed quite concerned about her well-being. See, now I've tilted too far in the other direction, haven't I? My mother and I were concerned that my sister might try to take her own life, as she had attempted once before. She had she? I will take note of that. You went to see your father in the library. I understand your conversation became quite heated. My father has always had a temper. Many of our conversations go that way. Say, is it violent temper? Absolutely. I see. That's good to know. You discuss the process there. Do so under any circumstances. Yeah. Of course, I've already made a life elsewhere. My father fails to accept the fact that I have my own life now. I can't just move back here. Of course not. That's completely understandable. Did you speak to your sister before dinner? Yes, I did. Yes, I went to her room to see her. I see. What did you discuss with her? Nothing at all. She insulted me, and I left. It was as brief as most conversations I've had with my sister. She called me a rat, and not wanting to be insulted further, I soon left the room. Did that make you angry? To be honest, I was used to it from her. Let's move on to the events that took place during dinner. I understand there was an argument involving the butler. You felt he was being treated unfairly. I don't know if I can say that one. Really, I just wanted to stir up some trouble with my family. It had nothing to do with George. I see. Apparently you made a rather lecherous comment toward the maid. Of course. Obviously. She can bend over my plate any time. Mr. Bruce, please keep your vulgar thoughts to yourself. Now, I need to ascertain your location at the time of your sister's death. Where were you when you heard the maid scream? Ground floor, right outside the door. Might as well tell the truth, because I was spotted. Dining room. As I said earlier, we have completed our initial search of the property. The search did not turn up any items, which gave me cause to suspect anyone in particular. I'm curious about the murder weapon. Wow, okay, wait. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Hold the dang old phone. Please hold my phone. From your sister's injuries, we can guess that she was most likely strangled by a pair of strong, masculine hands. That makes you, your father, and the butler more likely as suspects, without completely ruling out the others. No, why didn't they find the undergarments? Or they did, and this room is like not necessarily indicative of, like, specifically your father? I will be completely honest with you now, Mr. Bruce. Frankly, your behavior leading up to your sister's death concerns me a great deal. Also, I must regard your father, even though there's a question or two regarding the bar. It's a cliche. Given that weapon it used, obviously suicide is not a realistic possibility. Must wrap his neck, placing under suspicion. Wow. Yeah, I failed to put any suspicion on Pops. So that was just a waste of time. I really thought that was his room. The evidence against you was overwhelming. Yeah, all I did was just become a creep. A murderous creep. Damn, now I'm just so curious about all the possible combinations that you could do. Ellis, thank you for the biddies. Very much appreciated. I'm curious about the sequels as well. Alrighty. Well, folks, that's going to do it for tonight. It does slap. That's a slapping piano right there. I hope y'all enjoyed. I think this was a fun evening of little games. Now, we're out of October, and the rule has been that I do take a Sunday Gunday break through October to prioritize ScreamADay. But now that we're out of October, I think I will be bringing Sunday Gunday back. But ScreamADay will go on. We'll just... Sunday nights will be gun nights. Alrighty. But we'll see what happens. I have not actually notified the boys that, that I'm ready to come back. So maybe tomorrow won't be Sunday Gun Day. We'll see. At any rate, thank you very much for watching. Have a beautiful night. And I will see you all next stream.